Foxtrot Whiskey down left turn, report leaving the zone to the southwest, wind calm, clear takeoff from A30.
Left turn out, report leaving zone, clear takeoff, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us as we head out from Oshawa for a 90-minute flight down to Sarnia, Ontario for the day. In case you don't remember him from the flight down to Windsor and the distillery tour, this is my good friend Neil. And hiding behind us is my nephew Nikhil.
We're actually on our way down to Sarnia. There's a fly-in for the airport there, just like I did last year. Flew down to Sarnia. It's the Chris Hadfield Airport. Probably should be a few hundred planes flying in today, I think. And no air show, but some good exhibits, and just a generally good time. And I'm going to get to meet Chris, and I actually brought a book this year for him to sign. And hopefully it's a little less adventurous approach into the airport than it was last year. I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, there's no near miss like I had, and that it is an uneventful flight. But for now, it's an absolutely gorgeous morning, totally still, and we're just about to fly past Toronto, get a little view of downtown and the CN Tower.
You considered hiring Morgan Freeman?
I just hired you, man. When you did that video, the voiceover for that, everybody thought it was actually the guy from the commercials.
I don't think I knew there was a horse track with.
And Ajax Downs. Yeah.
I think I knew that.
I've been there before. It's quite depressing. They've got the typical slot machine room. And then chariot racing, but it's pretty low rent.
Harness racing?
Harness racing.
Air traffic 172,
Sounds pretty exciting.
7 miles to the Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Romeo Charlie Papa, Echo Lima Sierra, Quebec, and Mike Uniform Yankee. I'd like you to all change to the next frequency 135.3. Lima Golf India, traffic just off your 8 o'clock for 2 miles, also Mountain Serenity, descending out at 5,200 feet. Alright, there's another one that you're a little bit faster than off your 2 o'clock for 2 miles, they're also at 4,500 feet. Alright, Echo Lima Sierra, your surveillance service terminates with Toronto. You can contact whatever frequency you need there to get
much faster for this.
Alright, over to en route, thanks, keep an eye on us, Echo Lima Sierra.
See you right there. Yeah.
Okay, Lima Golf India, same with you, surveillance service terminates, contact Sarnia Unicom, see ya. Quebec. Surveillance service terminates. Contact Sarnia Unicom. Goodbye. And Romeo Charlie Papa will do the same with you. Surveillance service terminates. Contact Sarnia. You'll talk to you later. Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey. Surveillance service terminates. Contact Sarnia Unicom as required. Good day.
Thanks for your help. Have a good day, Charlie Fox Whiskey. Nikhil? Oh. Are you awake? I'm going to need both your help as we're coming in for a landing. I want both of your eyes outside looking for planes. Any planes that might be conflicting with what we're trying to do, okay?
Sarnia traffic, Echo Lima Sierra, 3.5 to the east of the field. 2,200 feet for the inbound turnaround procedure 15.
Sarnia traffic, moving up, Quebec, 9 nautical miles to the southeast. Joining straight in, left down, 15.
Sarnia traffic, Foxtrot Zulu Romeo Hotel, coming up on the straight in, left down, runway 15.
Golf Romeo Kilos over the lake shore, turning base to final 15 Sarnia.
Golf Romeo.
Foxtrot Lima Golf India, Sarnia traffic is over at the field at 2200. We'll be starting our descent shortly and come back around at 1600 for the mid-level downwind, 15.
Sarnia traffic, Echo Lima Sierra is over the field, 2,200 for the turnaround procedure, mid-left downwind 15.
And Dr. Marks, there's another aircraft ahead of you that is turning around, and watch for him. When you enter the downwind, watch and turning left base.
Roger that, and I have the traffic in sight. I'm following him in on the turnaround. Echo Lima Sierra.
I've got triple go back on 5 miles to the southeast, about to go straight in for 15.
Why the f*** would you do a straight in?
Traffic only Charlie Papa 9 to the east. You're going to do the turnaround procedure for 15.
Sarnia traffic, Fox Zulu Romeo Hotel is going to turn left base now.
Sarnia traffic, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, 9 miles to the east. We'll cross over the field at 2100 and do the turnaround procedure for left downwind. There's the field.
We're landing on this one?
This one. So we're going to go across, descend, come back,
Clearly over the
go
field.
around over the water, come back. Sarnia to Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, 4 miles to the east at 2,100 feet. We'll cross the midfield and do the turnaround.
I missed your registration again. Say it again, slower.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Roger. And I got a traffic over midfield who's joining a left downwind for runway 15. The wind is 150 at 4 knots, the altimeter 3019, and I check you're coming up overhead.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, turning left base.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Roger, and the runway is now clear. The wind is 150 at 5. Okay, Charlie Fox Whiskey, the wind is 150 at 5. Plan a right turn on runway 24 after landing.
Copy that, Charlie Fox Whiskey.
Yep.
Oh, not the best landing.
Okay, Chipmunk, here we go. Traffic is on the runway. You'll be clearing right on 24. Backtrack to your desired length, and advise all set to go. Chipmunk.
That's a Roger, taking a video of us coming in.
How you doing? We made it to Sarnia safe and sound, and the first person waiting to say hello was Roger, who sold me Oscar back in 2020. Naturally, he was curious to check out the plane and see what changes I'd made to it.
Take a look, see what done? Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, you got the JPI in there now.
Got the JPI in there, put a little USB charger.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's about it actually.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I obviously replaced that. And then when I put the JP in, got rid of all the little instruments here.
Oh,
and just had that covered over.
Yeah.
That's about it. I'm thinking about maybe getting like a couple of GI 375s.
Yeah.
To put in there.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning,
yeah. We'll see. Maybe like next spring. Once we'd gotten Oscar tucked away, we had a great time at the fly-in. There were a lot of beautiful classic planes there, and I got to meet a couple of fellow YouTubers, including Tom from Flying with Tom T, and of course Steve from Flight Chops fame, who'd recently had his RV painted in the Historical Aircraft Association's colors. The fly-in's held in support of the local airport, and they do it right with gorgeous old planes from World War II, like the classic Spitfire. These planes always draw the biggest crowds eager for a look. There was also a replica of a Japanese Zero, the planes made infamous by the kamikaze pilots.
The same. You need new terminal clamps, but otherwise it should work. So I bought a Honda Fit battery.
Aside from the classic planes, there were also just lots of cool modern planes around, like the Super Sport and this Pitts Special that I was hoping to get to see fly, but no luck. Then it was on to the main draw, Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield, who the airport's named after. We stood in line for a good 40 minutes for just a couple of minutes of chatting with him and an autograph in one of his books, but it was worth it. Then it was back to the classic planes, and we got to see a few of them taking off, including this Boeing A75L300, a Harvard T6, and a Chipmunk. I'll let you just enjoy the sights and sounds for a minute. Then it was time to get back in the air for the flight home, with a short diversion along the way. So what did you guys think? First fly-in, first show of that kind? Good. Yeah? You like it? Neil, how does it compare to a car show?
Yeah, it was good. I did Oshkosh once. This one's a little smaller.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, a little bit. Like, 70 or 80 planes versus 7,000.
But I've never flown into one, so.
That was actually kind of cool. It was neat seeing so many planes in front of us all going in together.
Yep.
I've never had an air traffic controller call out like 5 call signs at once and say, all right, all of you change to this frequency.
I'm done with you. What's the weather? Ceiling stays high, I take it. We haven't changed our route, so.
No, there's a few clouds here at 4,000, but then those start to go away, and then the ceiling's actually pretty high later on.
Cool.
Yeah. So we should get a nice little flyby of the cottage. And we can go right down to like 500 feet for that if you want.
That would be good.
Yeah. On the way home, we decided we'd give Neil an aerial view of his family cottage on Lake Huron. Your cottage will be like right along that sort of straight area there, right? So
yep.
Bay and then it straightens out there?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. You see it?
I see my neighbor. Yep, I see it.
Oh. That's cool.
But I missed it in the camera.
Oh. Want me to do a turn?
Sure. Sure it is.
That was fun, thanks. Yeah. That's kind of cool. That was neat to be able to see places you know that you're familiar with from the air. It's such a different perspective.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey Tower, re-cleared direct right base, runway 23, report established.
Cleared right base, report established, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey.
Delta Foxtrot Charlie, not below 2,000 feet until advised. Charlie Fox Whiskey, wind 210 at 8, clear to land runway 23.
Clear to land runway 23, Charlie Fox Whiskey.
Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot, my altimeter is 3010, change to en route frequency, good flight. 1 Hotel Bravo, I checked the request, I'll advise further on the exercise.
1 Hotel Bravo.
Tractor 11, proceed off the RPA, advise holding short all runways.
We'd made it home, but there was one more awesome surprise waiting for us. A P-51 Mustang landed and pulled up right next to us as we were waiting for fuel. I do not take offense with that, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one, and in the meantime, fly safe.